But this video right here, the next crime time video, I'm sure I had a lot to say. Fake mom walks into a hospital with baby ripped from victim's stomach. Jesus Christ, bitch. What the fuck are you doing? Let's watch and see what's going on before I make any more additional comments.
Help, please. I'm downstairs.
Okay, who cut you?
This girl I was wanted to was ready for gas. I'm pregnant.
How far along are you?
7 months. She got me on my stomach.
Can you grab a towel or anything you can get in your hands and put it on your wound and press?
I'm bleeding out.
On March 18, 2015,
Holy.
two pregnant women meet in a Colorado apartment after connecting through a Craigslist ad for maternity clothes. But the encounter turns into a savage ambush, resulting in bloodshed and violence.
Did you have a C-section today?
No, she just came out.
Is there a probability that the baby won't match you?
No, she's mine.
The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. At 2:30 p.m., Longmont 911 dispatchers receive a call from a woman struggling to remain conscious.
Green, please.
I can't understand the street.
Green, please.
Green place. Green like the color?
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
She cut me
Who cut you?
downstairs. I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
I responded to.
Hang on.
Correct.
Hold on.
Please. I'm downstairs.
Okay, who cut you?
This girl I was wanted to was ready for gas.
What did she cut you with?
Girl!
A knife. I'm pregnant. She got me on my stomach.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
She cut you in your stomach?
I'm pregnant.
Okay. What is the suspect's name?
I don't remember. I'm bleeding out.
I know you need to stay on the phone with me, okay? I'm getting everybody to you, okay?
With first responders on their way, the dispatcher tries desperately to keep her
Holy.
talking and collect vital information.
I need you to can you grab a towel or anything you can get in your hands and put it on your wound and press? How far along are you?
7 months.
7 months? Okay.
This is
Are you
sad.
alone in the house?
Is the baby
I
dead?
don't know.
You stay with me. Don't go to sleep. You stay with me. You're downstairs in the basement? And are you alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I locked the door.
Don't you go to sleep, okay? You stay on the phone with me. Can you tell me, did she have any other weapons besides a knife?
She broke a glass.
She broke a glass? Did she stab you with the broken glass also?
Yeah.
Holy, this is sad to listen to.
I hurt her.
You need to think real hard and tell me who it is that did this. Tell me the person's name. Think real hard, okay? Don't go to sleep. Stay with me. Tell me who it is.
I don't know.
Ooh, this is Jesus Christ.
Everybody's on their way, okay?
Is that them?
Okay.
Are they ringing the doorbell? She cannot get to it.
Help.
Got everybody coming, okay? You hang with me. Don't hang up. Are they in the house yet?
She's downstairs.
Yeah, they're here.
Okay, I'll let you go.
A trail of blood and faint cries for help guide officers to the basement of an apartment, where they discover the
Jesus
victim,
Christ.
26-year-old Michelle Wilkins, lying on a bed and clutching her lower abdomen. Close by, a broken bottle and blood-stained knife hint at a violent encounter. But her assailant, who she knows only as D, is nowhere to be found. Michelle tells officers that she's pregnant, but to their horror, it appears the baby may have been cut from her womb. She also appears to have been stabbed in the neck. They race Michelle in critical condition to Longmont Hospital, where moments earlier another woman had just entered clutching a newborn baby girl, claiming she had just given birth at home. The woman, 34-year-old Dinell Lane, and her fiancé Dave are tended to by hospital staff. But when officers at the crime scene realize they're standing inside Dinell's apartment, investigators move in to question her story.
I had my pants on, so I felt her coming out.
And how many babies have you had? 2? I heard you say daughters.
I have 2 daughters.
Okay.
By this point, Dinell's fiancé Dave had left the hospital to pick up Dinell's 2 daughters from school and wasn't present in the room.
So you're not sure how far along
gotta know. The fiance gotta know that ain't his baby and that this bitch did not just have a baby. There's just like no way. Like she just came out the room and was like, had the baby. Like I'm not believing that. And then did they say the lady was laid in the suspect's house, or were they in the victim's house? I'm confused. Fake mom. Oh, okay, you confused, Kiki. She met up with this other pregnant lady and then stabbed her and cut the baby from her stomach and then pulled up to the hospital like, I just gave birth. Hell. But it's like, bitch, you didn't give birth. And then do you know the symptoms? Like, your body's gonna. Okay. Let's watch. This is getting crazy already. We're only 4 minutes in. Let's see.
You were. Can you give a guess?
Hell no.
Honestly, I wish I could give you that answer. I mean, I think the first time I felt her move was in July or August. I mean, just little, like, flutterby's, but,
And what are the cuts on your hand?
you know what? I don't know. I didn't even, when I came upstairs and she had said that I cut my hand.
Okay. Okay, was anyone with you at your house today?
No, I've been by myself all day.
Okay.
Dinell's hand has several cuts, including one deep gash between her thumb and index finger.
Why don't you let them look at that and you don't have to put the baby down, just one hand at a time. Is that okay?
I don't know what that
Are you
means.
bleeding badly?
I don't think so.
And you said you're not sure how that happened?
Yeah,
Okay. Looks like you may need some stitches, and I'm not even a doctor.
You need some stitches, sweetie. So you don't know how you got these big cuts?
no.
Those are some pretty big cuts.
Given Dinell's claims she just gave birth, an obstetrician enters for a routine checkup.
Can I just feel your uterus? I just want to make sure. I'm one of the OB doctors, Dr. Nelson. I just want to make sure.
I'm gonna put your head
I
down.
just want to look and see if you're having any bleeding, okay?
I don't want to.
You don't have to let her go.
Sorry, what time did you have the baby?
I'm sorry, I don't remember what time it was.
Have you done any blood work yet? Not yet. She won't let us start an IV or something yet.
Dave, no.
Once she declines the exam, investigators waste no time confronting Dinell with what they know.
Okay, right now, I've got a problem. There was a young girl in the apartment, and she was cut. Because we've got officers there right now.
So you cut the girl in your apartment and then just thought what? Like, what did you? Like, I'm confused. Like, you was trying to kill and cut the girl and took a baby in your apartment, and they found her in your apartment. You thought nothing was gonna happen, or were you hoping when you got back from the hospital she would have been dead before she was called the cops? What? I'm not understanding a rhyme or reason to how this plan played out in her head. She had a miscarriage, then cut the bitch in half, and took the baby in the miscarriage from day. But then it's like, you didn't know your wife miscarried, and then you also didn't know she just gave. Okay. Let's watch.
My house? Yes. Do you know how that happened?
I don't. There wasn't anybody there when I left.
Okay.
It was just me and my husband when we left.
He did
Okay.
it. He could.
Any chance that your girls were there?
No, they've been at school all day.
Okay. You don't know anything about the woman that was in your apartment?
No, I don't.
Okay.
There wasn't anybody there.
Police on scene locate Michelle's phone,
This bitch
the
is
screen
stupid.
cracked and splattered with blood. Text messages exchanged between the two women suggest Michelle was planning to meet her to pick up clothes and arrived at her home around 11:51 a.m.
Well, unfortunately, I'm trying to figure some things out.
Okay.
And I'm going to need some help to do it. But I'm going to tell you right now, things just aren't adding up. Because the young woman in your apartment has been injured very badly.
Okay.
I asked if you had any visitors today because we.
I guess they met on like Craigslist or maybe a mommy group or something and met up or whatever. I know people be doing that, but child, do not trust these fucking people.
We got a call to your apartment. When we got to your apartment, we found a young lady who had been cut open. Okay? She had a baby
Okay.
in her stomach that had been cut out. Okay, that woman was transferred here, and she arrived here probably a few minutes after you did by ambulance.
Hospital staff met with Michelle's boyfriend, providing him with an update on her current condition.
Okay. So it sounds like we've got where they just finished up in the operating room and they're taking her to the ICU. Okay. Which means they've got her, they found a way to get the bleeding stopped. Okay. The surgeon will be able to tell you what all they did and what they had to fix and everything like that. But she made it through the surgery just fine. She likely will still have the breathing tube in that I put in and be breathing for her, okay? Just because she's so sick, okay? She lost a lot of blood.
Can I see her?
It's here. I know they're gonna get her, she's gonna go from the operating room through recovery to the ICU, so it's gonna be a little bit to get her stabilized and all that. But I think as soon as they can, they'll let you see her.
What the happened?
That's what he's got her.
Was she just physically assaulted?
She was also sick. Yeah.
Was she like sexually assaulted?
Oh, that I don't know.
By this point, the authorities
Yeah,
were
what
still
happened to the
piecing
baby?
together the details
Hopefully the baby
themselves.
okay.
However, the circumstances were enough to suspect the infant belonged to Michelle, and the newborn girl was separated from Dinell and kept under police watch.
Is it your wife or your girlfriend? How long have you been dating?
Well, we've been friends for like 8 years. And then in August at a friend's wedding, we hooked up. He was living in North Carolina at the time, and we talked about it. And decided to try raising a kid together.
Were you all advertising to sell anything online?
So we were looking for various furniture. We had a lot of decorating to do.
Right.
And she has been doing Craigslist stuff.
With Michelle on a breathing tube and unable to answer questions,
Holy,
investigators
this is
turned to
crazy.
Dinell for answers. Despite the growing evidence against her, Dinell continues to claim that
This
the baby she
stupid
brought
bitch,
to the
just shoot
hospital
her.
is her own.
Is there anything truthful right now you want to tell me, Dinell?
I don't know what's going on, sir. I really wish I did. I'm just about as confused as you guys are.
When were you due? What's your due date?
We haven't been able to go to the doctor. It's been such a mess.
Do you have an approximate time? Like what month?
I wish
You got 2 kids, and we need to check to make sure those are yours, the 2 pre-existing ones in school. And you trying to tell me after 2 kids, your 3rd baby, that you're months and months and months along, approximately a 7-month baby in the womb, and you ain't been to the doctor once? You ain't seen a doctor not nan time? You ain't got checked in on the baby or the gender or your due day, or have you have had any other conditions you just never been? But you ain't fooling me, ho. You ain't fooling me. And Dave, you stupid ass nigga, you probably cut the bitch. You probably the one who was the force behind it. I'm not believing y'all.
I could tell you.
Did you have a C-section today or just regular delivery?
No, she came out. She just came out.
Vaginal?
Yeah.
Okay. But how's it at your house?
Felt like, I can't even explain it.
You didn't even think of this lie right.
Pretty quick event?
I walked up the stairs. I think I was halfway up the top stairs.
And the baby
when
came
she
plopping down
came
on the
out.
head.
Was your husband home at the time or?
He was on his way home and he walked in the door. I don't know.
Back at the apartment, Dave pulled up in a silver sedan, only to find a strong police presence. Officers noted Dave had a large blood smear on the back of his right hand and spots of blood on his clothes.
Yeah.
He told officers he arrived home at around 2:15 p.m.
Yeah,
to take
Dave.
Dinell to a prenatal checkup. According to his statement, he explained he made it to the last basement step before Dinell appeared covered in blood, stating she had just given birth. After finding the baby upstairs in the bathtub, he raced the 2 to the hospital, never knowing he was 1 step away from the horrors police would soon find in the basement. Back at the hospital,
I'm not
investigators
believing you.
discussed the situation out of Dinell's earshot.
I knew things didn't add up when she said she thought the baby moved last July.
She's got pictures on Facebook. They're saying she's pregnant last March. Like a year ago, March, right?
Might be.
Dinell's Facebook page, which lists her as an assistant manager at Once Upon a Child, contains several photos of Dinell, who appears pregnant as early as March of 2014. Officers also found
Crazy
registries
ass
on the
bitch.
bump and pregnancy corner stating her due date in November. Based on this information, officers conclude she would have a 4 or 5 month old baby by now.
So you know that the blood tests are really going to confirm or deny exactly what's going on?
Yeah, that's what she said.
And if there is something, like I said, there's something strange right now, now is the best time to admit to what may have happened before the tests come back, because if that happens, it's probably going to look a little bad, a little more worse for you, you know?
Yup. Executed.
Is there a probability that the DNA for the baby won't match you?
No, she's mine.
However, Michelle is still unconscious and fitted with a breathing tube. Whether investigators will hear her side of the story depends
Hopefully.
entirely on her
Lord.
survival. The detective makes it clear to Dinell where the investigation stands at this point.
I just spoke with the nurse. You don't appear as if you just had a baby. You have a large cut on your hand that you can't explain. And we have a lot of stuff that went on over at your house that we can't explain. I don't believe that's your baby. And I need to find that out.
As a DNA test threatens to bring the truth to light, Dinell braces to tell her story. However, what she reveals is nowhere near what anyone expected to hear.
Oh, God.
I put an ad on Craigslist for some maternity clothes that I had that don't fit because I've gotten a lot bigger and they just didn't fit.
The ad offered the items for free. Dinell explained that Michelle was one of many who responded and that she came to the house this morning to pick them up.
And we stood there and we talked about my kids and we talked about just anything. I mean, I don't know. I don't really get to talk to anybody during the day, so it was kind of nice to talk to somebody.
Girl, go outside.
And then the doorbell rang.
Dinell explains that the mailman arrived with a package containing essential oils that she was planning to sell, which she opened with a knife. Afterward, she showed Michelle some baby clothes, but Michelle wasn't interested.
I asked her, I said, I have an extra baby bath thing. I said, do you need one? And she said, let me look at it first. She said she didn't want it. And I was like, okay, well, she's like, well, I need to go. I was like, okay. So I turned around and before I knew it, she had, I think it was a knife that I had opened my box with that had been sitting on the counter. That's, I think, how I cut my hand. But she came at me and I just kind of reacted, and then we ended up in my daughter's room and she just kept trying to hit me. And I asked her, I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, stop. And I mean, defending myself, I was grasping at her and she was grasping at me, and
Girl,
I finally had
shut your
gotten to
bullshit
the
ass
point
up.
where I had her down and I'm like, just stop. And she was just flailing, but she wouldn't stop. And it just seemed like every time I would kind of get leverage, she would come at me again. She kept trying to punch me and she was trying to bite me.
What happened next?
I think I choked her.
It wasn't until the following day that officers observed injuries to Michelle's neck, which had not been visible when she was first found. It appeared as though Michelle had been severely strangled.
Bitch, let me tell you why your story don't make fucking sense, even if it was true, bitch. If this story was true, why did you cut the baby out the damn stomach and bring it to the hospital and claim for the first 3 hours, no, this is my baby. I had this baby. I birthed this baby. I didn't know there was a woman in my apartment. You would have called the police and be like, hello, officers. This bitch just tried to fucking kill me. And when your husband got home, you would have been like, babe, this bitch is trying to kill me. And it would have been consistent. Not that you came to the hospital with a baby in your arm and not a damn belly button or fucking, or any signs of giving birth. Someone said, this is my baby. It don't make sense, ho.
It was a struggle. It was a big struggle. And I was yelling. I was trying to maybe get my neighbors to hear me. And I was trying to grab for her phone. But she, I think, had a lock on it. I'm not sure. But I was like, I need to call 911. And I strangled her because she
Was she saying anything to you?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Oh, girl.
She wouldn't stop.
Oh, girl.
Do you have any other injuries on your person besides your hand? Yeah. Why do you think your hand is so swollen? Did you hit something or?
I think I hit her back, and I'm not sure if I hit her or the wall when I was laying on the bed and she was over me and she was trying to hit me, but she wasn't hitting me. Like, during the struggle, I think we kind of flipped over and I was on her.
Dinell goes on to reveal the horrifying decision that followed.
After she stopped moving, I got scared and I started thinking about the baby. I thought I killed her. I was like, I killed this woman. They always tell you not to do things by yourself on Craigslist, but
girl,
it was a pregnant woman. I didn't think anything of it. I thought I killed her, and I didn't want the baby to die too. I'm not this kind of person. I don't do stuff like this. Like, I didn't know what to do.
We're not judging you, Danielle.
I know.
As she goes.
What do you do in a situation like that? Like, I reacted. I got the knife that she had, and I tried to get the baby out.
Okay, is that the baby that's in the other room?
That's her baby.
Okay.
She's not mine. She's not mine.
Okay.
Following the critical admission that the child was not in fact her own, she reveals what happened next.
The girl was moaning and she was crying. No, she wasn't crying. She was just making, like, breathing sounds. And I got scared.
Okay, where'd you put the baby when you took the baby upstairs?
In the bathtub. It was empty. I just sat her in there.
Okay, so she was moaning and making some noise.
I know I should have said something then, but I didn't. I just got scared. I just left her there.
Okay, and when your husband came in, what happened?
Oh, the baby was in the bathtub.
Whose baby did he think it was?
Ours.
Are you pregnant? Did he think you've been pregnant?
I wanted to tell him so bad. I was pregnant.
When were you pregnant?
Downtown April 1st last year.
Okay.
What day is it?
It was his first baby. I never thought I could have another one after I lost my son.
Dinell shares that her son passed away 12 years ago when he was just 18 months old, the details of which will later come to light.
My girls have been through so much. I wanted to just another lost baby.
So you put something. Let me get the story straight. You put on Craigslist, hey y'all, I got some old maternity clothes that, I'm just gonna give away, just help the mothers. A pregnant lady came to your house and you got a package and with some oils. You're like, oh, look, girl, some oils. And you got a knife to open up the package. You're like, you want to smell? And she's like, fuck no. And you say, oh, okay. And she's like, I'm finna go. So he's like, oh, okay. And you turn around. And then you turn around. And then the pregnant bitch, for no reason at all, come behind you, who you also say you was giving free shit to. So it's not like she had to steal from you. It was already free and started trying to stab your ass. And you like, and you started dipping and dodging the pregnant lady. And you started beating her ass. And like, I got you, pregnant lady. I got you. And somehow she ended up in your daughter's room. How she would have known where your daughter's room was at, I don't know. And then you got her, you started choking that bitch. You was like, you stupid bitch, why would you come at me? And then you was like, oh shit, I killed her. And then you said, well, I might as well go grab that knife and get this baby out her damn stomach. I don't want both of them to die. So then you cut the baby out the stomach, throw it in the bathtub, and you're like, oh shit, I got a pregnant baby. And then you hear your husband go, honey, I'm home. And you go, oh shit, well, since I just found this baby out this woman's stomach, I might as well just say, hey, look, I finally had the baby. And it's just, look how God gave me a perfect excuse to my story that I've been pregnant for 3 years and the baby finally here. That's what you want me to believe. That's what you want me to believe. If I was on that jury, I would have my gun and I would shoot her my damn self.
I felt like it was my fault. I didn't go to the doctor, and I didn't tell him that I lost a baby.
What was your plan?
I don't know. I was going to tell him so many times, and he'd ask me, what was going on, and everybody was confused.
What were they confused about? Just why it was taken. Well,
Detectives began speaking with people close to Dinell to get more information about her pregnancy and
Nobody's
behavior
that
leading up to the
confused,
attack.
bro.
One friend mentioned seeing her on the 4th of July weekend, 9 months before the attack.
And did she look pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. She had like a little belly. She had like just a little baby bump that was taken in June.
Investigators also spoke with Dinell's 2 teenage daughters, who at this point knew very little about the unfolding situation.
When was she due, you know? She was due first in December, and we moved it to November, and then she was back again. Could you tell that your mom was getting bigger and the baby was ready to come or anything? Not really. She was kind of small for being pregnant.
Mom said she's gonna have a little boy named James.
Dinell's family hosted a baby shower for little James in September of 2014, when Dinell would have been 7 or 8.
So you was pregnant in July. Everybody seen you were visibly pregnant. So I'm talking about well into your second trimester. So everybody was like, okay. And then you said, y'all, the doctor said baby due December or somewhere around here. And then the doctor said, and actually November, somewhere around here. So everybody waiting for a baby. You had your baby shower September, and we just like, 2-3 more months to have the baby. And then we wait till March of the next year when you find a baby. Say, I finally had the baby, even though I was due November, but then it was in December, but the baby ain't come to end of March. That's what you want me to believe, and nobody questioned where the baby. Well, how far along are you? The doctors are allowing this? The doctors are allowing you to be an extra 3 months pregnant?
8 months pregnant. The jungle-themed party featured a cake reading, "Welcome, James."
Was she pretty excited?
Yeah.
How about David? Was he excited?
This was his first time. This is his first time being a father, so he was really excited.
But the excitement began to wane after Dinell's due date came and went. Still, she kept up the facade, telling her friend pregnancy has been such a nightmare, blaming doctors for incorrect due dates. In several messages to one woman, Dinell claimed to have already had the baby, stating it was a natural birth. Several photos of a baby boy were found on her cell phone, but investigators traced the image to a public website. However, by March 2015, nearly 4 months after she was supposed to give birth, she still appeared pregnant to Dave.
She just wouldn't tell me anything, and then she kept saying she set up appointments and stuff like that, and we're ready to go, and then something would happen, and we wouldn't go. I was frustrated because I didn't know what was going on with the pregnancy. I thought there might have been something wrong with the baby or something wrong with her, and she wasn't telling me. And I was so stressed out because I'd ask her every other day, when can we go? Let's go to the emergency room right now. Let's go check it out.
Pretty much throughout the school year, he's been trying to get her to a doctor, and when every time it was like a time for her to go, something would happen.
Dave describes one instance where he finally went with her to an appointment, but it didn't go as expected.
Yeah, and she didn't even sign and didn't even do anything. We're just sitting in this waiting room like fools, and people are looking at us like, people are going in and going out, and we're just sitting there. Did that happen a lot? Or? It happened quite a few times. It happened.
So, is she the fool? Does that make you boo-boo? Because you gotta be boo-boo the damn fool. Because I'm confused on how you is entertaining this. You ain't seen none of them 9 months. At this point, she's supposed to be like 14 months. So she would have been very well on showing. You ain't feel a baby kick, move, or when you put your hand on the belly, did she like start gyrating herself so you thought it was kicking? I'm confused on how you thought that bitch was still pregnant, nigga.
At the salute place up here, at least 3 times. There was a milestone at the hospital. We went there and they were like, we don't even know who you are. You're not in our system. I mean, once you're just sitting there, what caused? She would get upset. She'd be like, we're not going to be seen. They don't want to help us. And we'd throw a fit and then we'd leave. She'd be like, I'm done with this. Let's go.
After they left the appointment, Dinell returned the same night, but this time she went alone.
And they came back and showed me the wristband from the emergency room so that she could prove to me that she went. Yeah. And then she had a recording of a heartbeat on the phone, and she was like, this is our son's heartbeat. Really? And told me he was 128 beats a minute. This is it. And I listened to that thing for days. And I was like, what's going on? Yeah. You know, one thing I'd like to know is, you know, if she was ever pregnant at any point in the last year.
The answer to Dave's question
no
may
way you're
remain
that
unanswered,
stupid, bro.
and a shocking revelation from one of her friends only deepens the mystery.
Did you ever know her to have any other miscarriages?
No. Like, after all this has happened, like, I feel like we put a lot on her. Like, and maybe it's just a friend feeling guilty, but, like, we made this baby to be, like, the miracle baby because she couldn't have the kids. You know what I mean? Like, died, like, she wanted another one and she couldn't, like, she was fixed.
You knew she had the, she was fixed?
Mm-hmm.
One of her two ex-husbands, Chris, also shared this claim with investigators.
Did you guys ever talk about having kids?
No, because right off the bat, she told me that her tubes were tied. So.
She told you right off the bat?
Yeah, like, well, a couple weeks in or whatever,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, but.
After you were married or when you were?
Just still dating.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and she told me about her son that she lost with her previous ex-husband and everything.
Okay.
Jason, her first ex-husband and the father of her two daughters, shared what happened to their son and how the loss impacted Dynel.
He drowned in a pond. It was at their grandparents' house, and she just lost track of him, and he wandered out into the back. And
who? Dynel lost track of him?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was.
She was there with them. I was out picking up a swing set with her dad.
Okay.
And she lost track of him, and he wandered out into the backyard pond and fell in there. And she found him, tried to do CPR.
Okay.
But we ended up losing him. He was 18 months old.
How'd Dynel take that?
18.
Took it hard.
She took it hard. I tried to be a
This little baby. I need to see the backyard and where this pond is located.
supportive as I could during that time, but you know, that's a mother losing a child.
Yeah, totally.
It's gonna mess with.
Did you notice a real change in her?
To be honest with you, yeah. I mean, we ended up divorced.
In her interview with investigators, Dynel admitted to having the procedure.
Girl's dad made me get my tubes tied because he didn't want any more children. And it was a few months after that that my son died.
The weirdest thing was she said it sucked that like her tubes were tied because we would have such a cute baby, da 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 da. And that was about it. But after we broke up, I know she like told my one friend Selena that she had a miscarriage while we were together, and I was like, how is that even possible? Like, her tubes are tied. So
how long did you know her before then, before you got married?
Maybe like 4 months. It was kind of stupid, just real quick. We thought we were in love. Yeah.
Well, love is blind.
Yeah.
That was the best of us.
I'm glad it didn't work out.
Jason explains he learned about what happened when his daughter posted about it on Facebook, leaving him concerned with how much the girls know regarding the situation with their mother.
You know, I don't know how much they know now. I would guess they know a fair amount based on just all the media coverage. A lot of it's out in the press. Some of it, like I said, is not totally accurate. Some of it's more accurate. The general story, everyone knows the general story.
She did show up in the hospital though.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was contacted at the hospital.
All right, and then the other story, part of the story that I want to confirm is she actually did remove the fetus from the mother?
That's what it looks like.
During questioning, investigators didn't disclose what happened to either teenager. The oldest was understandably confused, having just returned from school to find police at her house.
I want to know what's going on. Why was the house blocked off? Right. It's not what you're expecting, right? Very nice. Also, she has a baby and now the house is blocked off. It doesn't seem to go together.
It's clear the experience left a deep mark as Dynel's oldest daughter struggled to hold back tears in the interview room. The youngest was left confused, writing in a statement, "This whole thing is pretty weird. I just wish I knew what is happening. I just want to go home and have a normal life again." In addition to speaking with family and friends, investigators attempted to get information from Dynel's co-workers at Once Upon a Child, but the manager confirmed she's never been employed with any of their stores.
Never had anything like this ever happen to me. I've never, even in school.
Y'all just let this bitch get away with anything. Y'all, every every damn body, the kids too, the kids, the husband, the parents, the friends, everybody just let this bitch do whatever and say whatever, and nobody fat shit nothing. This bitch tell you she got a job, not now one of y'all ever seen the paycheck or seen her clock in or go leave the house on time or pull up, or she never took you to a corporate event or nothing. Y'all said she was pregnant for 14 months. Now one of y'all seen a belly that went past 2 months or a baby. This bitch just saying anything and y'all just believe it. You know what? That's why she like the way she is now. If I had such easy people to lie and manipulate like this, shit, who knows where I could be? Well, okay, no, I'm not that fucked. I'm not as crazy as her. I'm not crazy at all. I'm not crazy like her. Like, this bitch is actually psychotic. But it's like, look at the people who's around her. If she was I'm not a dad. If she was my family member, I'd be like, what the fuck is you talking about, ho? You was just saying whatever that comes to the top of your mind. This don't even add up. 1 + 1 = 17 in your book, and that's not what it equals in my book, ho.
I never hit anyone. Why would somebody do that to you? I mean, I just don't understand. Like, I know it looks so much worse on my part because I had to defend myself.
The lady survive?
If I did something really bad, I need to go to jail. I've always been that person. I thought about that for everybody else, and I never thought it would ever have to be me. But
well, what should happen to the other lady? You think?
I don't know.
Do you think she's a guilty person for what happened, or is she more of an innocent person?
I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? You described it one way. I'm just going to play devil's advocate for a minute, okay? Could you have possibly felt the need to have a child, and because of such, you went after her?
No, I didn't. Honestly, I've been wanting to tell my husband that I wasn't pregnant for quite a while. It was just kind of trying to find the words to tell him.
So why would you take your baby upstairs?
And it was just kind of like a moment's reaction, and I didn't know what to do.
Dave would later reveal an important detail to police that may shed light on Dynell's decision. For now, Dynell finally asks about Michelle's condition.
You know what happened to her.
So I do know she's out of surgery, whether it be stitched up or I don't know how bad she was and things like that.
Is she alive?
Yes, she's
alive.
Well, last that I know.
I'm glad she's okay. I hope she's okay.
Against all odds, Michelle survived the brutal attack. Nearly 2
God.
weeks later, still recovering from her injuries, she sat down with detectives to deliver an emotional account of the horrors she endured in that basement on March 18th.
Thank God.
And how much rooms are for the suspects?
Wow, she's moving amazing.
I'm going to be my suspects in this room. Really? Mm-hmm. Make them more comfortable? Yes. It works. How are you feeling today? I don't know, it's so unreal. I had a lot of vivid dreams. And I just woke up a lot last night. It's like some nights I sleep all the way through and some nights I wake up a lot.
Working through that. It's going to take time. It's not one of those things you get over right away. You'll probably never get over it. You'll get through it.
I had I had a panic attack afterwards, and really late at night, and scared the crap out of me. So,
how's he doing?
It's hard to say because, a lot of his energy is dedicated towards, helping me in a lot of ways, but it's I really want him to come to therapy because it's both of us. This happened to both of us.
Michelle begins by explaining what happened when she first arrived at Dynell's apartment.
So when I got there, I didn't really have anything to do. There wasn't a rush, and she talked about how kind of lonely she was because her daughters would get home from school and didn't want to hang out, and her husband
she referred to him as husband a lot.
Okay. Yeah, so her husband would go to the gym right after he got
That
from
nigga
work.
is not in the gym.
So she
No shade.
kind of it sounded lonely, and every time I was kind of oh, well, I'm gonna go do this, and she would just keep talking, so I was just maybe she's just like that, she's just lonely.
When you're talking, did she say she was pregnant? Or
oh yeah, she said it was due any day now, and she had a belly. I thought she looked really small. When I saw her, I thought, man, she's skinny to be over 9 months pregnant. She said it was due like March 3rd and that was late, so it was supposed to come anytime. She was asking me like if I needed anything. And I said like that we pretty much had it, you know, all we needed was
That's
a crib.
Michelle?
When you talked about having a girl, do you remember what she said?
I just remember her kind of like saying nice things about having girls. She's had 2, and I think she started talking about her girls and how much like, I think she said something like to the effect of like that she liked girls better, you know, that it was like, yeah, I just remember her saying positive things about girls, but I don't remember like specifically what she said.
Okay. When you guys were talking, were you down in the entryway? Were you upstairs?
Sure, upstairs, like standing. We had gone to the bedroom and we had gone through the clothes and she like took out stuff she thought would be too big for me and then put it all in a plastic bag.
Things took a dark turn when Michelle made the decision to leave.
Eventually, I just started walking towards the door, you know, and that's when the door was open. I just feel like such an idiot for not leaving then.
Don't beat yourself up over it.
Right there. You're right at the door. She actually closed it in front of me and said, "Oh, I think I have some stuff for you downstairs." She like reached over in front of me and closed the door. Let me show you some stuff downstairs. I think I have some girl clothes.
She followed Dinell into the basement, unaware that she would soon be fighting for her life.
She actually looked like she was rummaging through some stuff to find stuff. So that's when she was kind of like looking through stuff. And I sort of just started backing out at that point. I was like, no, I really don't need anything. And so I just started like walking out. But it's really nice room, you know, thanks for like letting me see your lovely home.
This is when Michelle attempted to leave for a second time.
So you went back toward the stairs and she was still behind you?
Yeah.
Do you remember where you were standing when she first hit you in the chest?
She hit me from behind.
She hit
from
behind. Okay.
And I asked her, I thought it's like there was like a spider on me or something, because she hit me like really hard with the flat of her palm as I was going up the stairs.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, did I have a spider on me? And she said, I think I got it. And she like pulled my sweater and like swung me around facing the other direction and like started lifting up my sweater like really roughly, like, and I was like, what the hell is on my back, you know? And I was just like turned around and was like, hey, you know, like, what are you doing? And she was like, you hit me, like, this is my house, like, what are you doing? And I was just like, I thank you for the baby clothes, like, I don't want to hurt you, like, I just want to leave. And that's when she started, like, praying that she wanted to call the cops and trying to, like, shove me into the bathroom.
And you didn't get into the bathroom at all?
No, I was, like,
That's so sad, bro.
kind of, like, resisted with my body and was, like, I mean, the whole situation was just bizarre. Like, I didn't do anything, you know, I just wanted to leave.
Michelle's story is corroborated by what she told dispatchers in her 911 call as she struggled to maintain consciousness following the attack.
Were you having a fight?
I was leaving.
You were just trying to leave?
While Michelle's recollection is fuzzy after that, evidence indicates she was strangled and bashed over the head with a glass lava lamp. During her first hospital interview, she recalled Dinell saying, "If you love me, you'll let me do this," before stabbing her in the neck with a broken edge of the lava lamp. Then, Michelle lost consciousness. It was after this that Dinell took a knife and began performing a procedure known as a cesarean section. A doctor who examined Michelle's wound at the hospital told investigators it was well performed, and to achieve the level of accuracy, one would have to have researched the procedure. While no such research was found on her phone or laptop, it's worth mentioning that Dinell was a former certified nursing assistant. Blood smeared on the washer and dryer, as well as glass shards found inside the washing machine, indicated Dinell attempted to clean up the crime scene before her fiancé Dave arrived home unexpectedly. According to his written statement, Dinell called him to see if he'd left work yet and asked him to go run an errand at her daughter's school. She sounded out of breath, so he made the decision to go home and check on her, only to find her covered in blood, claiming to have just given birth at home. They left for the hospital, which provided Michelle the opportunity to call for help.
Ready to be done? Okay.
It's hard to get over.
Jesus, you don't have to get over that, but it's like, I know she wants to.
Like, the one thing I kept asking, like, the whole time it was happening, it was just like, why?
Investigators learned that Dave's suspicions had reached a breaking point. Dave confided in a friend who shared his concerns with his wife, Kimberly. She then posted the information to a Facebook group, stating that Dinell's whole pregnancy has been sketchy, adding that she's several months overdue and refusing to go to the doctor. The post caught the attention of a bereavement doula named Elizabeth, who stated this is a red flag, adding that if she's desperate, she may do the unmentionable and harm the mother and take the baby. Iwu reached out to Elizabeth, who told us she was kicked out of the Facebook group for suggesting this outcome was a possibility. 1 month following the Facebook post, Dinell told a friend she wanted to meet her roommate who was pregnant and stopped by their house. However, the roommate wasn't home. It's unclear if she'd been actively searching for a victim at the time. However, one thing was certain, Dinell's time was running out. She messaged a friend on Facebook in late February, revealing that Dave was ready to call it quits.
I gave her an ultimatum. I was like, by the 1st of March, I want to go to a doctor's appointment with you. And if that doesn't happen, then I don't know if I can do this anymore.
In a series of text messages between Dave and a man named John, he writes, "She's been lying to me. She has an appointment, and if I don't go to this one and find out what the hell is going on, she's gone." The appointment, which her daughter believed was to induce labor, was set for March 16th, but was missed and rescheduled for the afternoon of March 18th. That morning, Dinell lured Michelle to her home, viciously attacked her,
that's why she
and
attacked her
stole
that
her
day.
baby. She then brought the premature baby girl to the hospital, but the infant did not survive. Michelle and her boyfriend were briefly reunited with their daughter, who weighed just over 3 pounds, and named her Aurora. 34-year-old Dinell Lane was charged with multiple counts, including first-degree attempted murder, 2 counts of first-degree assault with a deadly weapon causing serious bodily injury, 2 counts of second-degree assault causing injury with a deadly weapon, and unlawful termination of pregnancy in the first degree. She entered a plea of not guilty, but was ultimately found guilty of all charges at her trial in February 2016 and sentenced to 100 years in prison. She's currently serving her sentence at the Denver Women's Correctional Facility in Colorado. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen.
That is insane. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. Prayers to that young lady who lost her baby and was violently and viciously attacked by a psychotic woman. And I just can't help but to be mad at everybody around her enabling her bullshit ass behavior, though she is at fault. I want more punishment for her. But what I'm saying is she's just going on. I'm not talking about she's lying about little things. Little white lies is different. What'd you eat today? McDonald's. What you really went to Chick-fil-A? No, though those lies are concerning, because like, why lie about that? You're definitely starting to take it up a notch, and I'm starting to really look at you sideways when it's like, what's your, like, the main core information about who you are as a person is false. Nobody really knows who you are. What happened to your son? He drowned. That's suspicious. We didn't get into that. Oh, okay, where do you work? Oh, this little child place, whatever. Oh, nobody's ever seen you clock in, go there, register, nothing. Okay, suspicious. Oh, you're pregnant? Yeah, I was doing December, but it's late. It's early April. It's almost April, and I ain't had baby yet. And no, I'm not showing like a fucking 12-month, 13-month pregnant woman should. By the way, which shouldn't happen. Oh, okay, so what has the doctor said? Oh, I haven't been to the doctor my whole pregnancy and my husband hasn't seen anything. Why is this continued? Like, nothing was making sense from the beginning. Why was this allowed and able? And that lady who was in that Facebook group who got kicked out for saying, hey, this is a big red flag and this is very concerning. If something's not done by now, or something's not done about this, I could see this going left, and it did go left, bro. It did go left. It's so unfortunate to that young woman who was just trying to start her family with her boo thing, and try to get a little extra help. It takes a lot to raise a child, and even own things for a child is a lot of money. So It's not uncommon for other mothers to reach out and, you know, give up things that they will never use again because, you know, they don't have young babies anymore. They don't plan to have children again. But that's very sad. Very sad. Give her death. All right. W fucking video.